So I'm fairly confident to say that what I'm going to show you today is going to blow you away. Just wait. Just wait while you see this one. So by the time you're seeing this property, I should be on my holiday somewhere, somewhere in stunning Abruzzo, hopefully relaxing and not looking too much at my emails. But we've got what a video I've got for you today, if I do say so myself. So we are just outside Palombaro, which is just here. I think you know Palombaro by now. We've done a number of videos here, and because this is such an incredible property, I don't want to, today I'm not going to do the town visit because you have seen a lot in Palombaro. I want to concentrate on the house. Do you want to know why? You want to know why I want to concentrate on the house? Because it looks like this. What an incredible place. This has been restored to a exceptional, stunning level. The features that are in this property will definitely blow you away. It's going to take me a while to get through it, but I'm sure you're going to love this video. Look at this beautiful stone. We've known the couple that bought the property for many years because they bought it through an agency that myself and my wife were the founding members along with others, and they restored the property. This was a complete wreck, and it was actually two properties. There was this side of the property and then this other side, and it was a complete ruin, but it didn't get torn down. The builders worked with what was here and created a masterpiece in my eyes, and the couple have furnished it and it just looks outstanding. It really does. So there's a fair bit to see on here, and there's lots of outside space, there's lots of different terraces. This one, you don't really have to listen to me going on about my ideas because it's done. There's something that you could potentially do if you wanted to, but this place is just phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And then up at this side, you have the mountain views, which you'll see better when we get up onto the terrace. So in terms of outside space, you do have a garden. It is sat up, perched up on a hill. There is land here, there is land behind the house. I'll show you when we get onto the terrace. But what I will do for people that are interested, I will show you the land map, because that will be easier to understand rather than doing a video of it all. But there's enough land if you need that. There's plenty of space for car parking. There's a handy storage place, and the views are, these videos are never gonna give it justice, but you can see down to the sea down there. And this road here is, if one car passes per day, then that would probably be it, and it would probably be me. And then about 200 meters up this road is a home restaurant, and you're about 4 minutes in the car, if that, from Palombaro, and you could probably walk there as well in maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes. The perfect, stunning location, and the views, they really are immense. I can't wait to get in this one. Now, there's two entrances. You will see, well, there's more than two entrances, because this here on the ground floor has been cleverly done for guests, and then the top two floors are the house, if you like. And I think it works perfect as it is, but there is a change you could do if you really wanted to. The other entrance, let's just have a quick walk round just so I can show you, because these are actually new stairs that they've just had done, but even still they've kept the same stunning rustic finish. Absolutely perfect. And that leads to the entrance that you will see later. Just look at this stonework. Beautiful, beautiful Mayella stone. Are you excited? You should be, folks. You should be really excited. This is a summer excited video. I'm talking like this because the day I'm filming is my last day of work for a month. So I'm quite pleased, I'm quite happy today. Well, I'm happy every day living here, but I'm even more so today. Okay, let's start moving in. I want to show you from this side. I will do the downstairs apartment last, because I want to show you the house. So this is a beautiful, beautiful shaded terrace. All quality finishes throughout. Beautiful wood, a good mixture of wood, stone and wrought iron. And here it looks like a fig tree, bay tree. This is all of yours, so you can thin this out. I'm not going to say cut trees down because people shout at me when I do say that, but you can thin it out. But what I love about this is just it is literally like a rock garden. It's just beautiful, absolutely stunning. And they did actually get permission to build a swimming pool from this level, but that is a fair drop down there, and the price was going to be a fair amount to do that because they wanted it all up on one level. But there could be different options if somebody wanted to add a pool. Or you could just have a sneaky little jacuzzi on one of the terraces. A sneaky jacuzzi. Okay, let's take you upstairs. And also, I've mentioned this on many videos where I've said when you have stone and brickwork, and rather than having the horrible plastic trunking that sometimes people use to carry electricity from one part to another, this is what you should do. You use this old-fashioned looking twine and porcelain switches, but it's all modern day, up to spec wiring inside. Just looks better. So here we have all of this behind belongs to the property as well. I just love these rocks. Nice finished staircase. Nice quality handrail, nice and sturdy. Obviously the back of the house is just a small gap at the back. All of this has all been dug out properly. All the land. There's French drains in there. There's all sorts of things. The builders did a fantastic job here. And even the finish on the render on the outside, because this part was a newer part. Newer. It was still old, but it was made from blocks, if I remember. But the way they've plastered the walls just looks like the old-fashioned plastering. And everything finished off, obviously, with marble sills. And this is a beautiful terrace just off the kitchen. Imagine sitting here, folks. Quite warm this morning. Time we're on, we are on 9:30, and yeah, I would say it's about 26 degrees Celsius at the moment, but it's a little bit lower than what it has been, thankfully. Look at the beautiful view again, looking up at the mountains. Are you blown away yet? We haven't even got inside, and I can sense you're blown away. So you've got all of this land here, sort of runs down to a point. I will have the land maps available, and goes down to the end of where the road is at the bottom here. And it is quite flat once you're down there, so if you wanted to grow vegetables and that kind of thing, you could do so with no problem. Beautiful solid wrought iron. And here we're looking again over the lower terrace and then on towards the coast, and Palombara is just poking through some of the trees. Absolutely stunning views. You know, this road is hardly ever used by anybody, not this one in the house, but even the road at the bottom. But this morning it's like everybody's just decided all together just to to drive along here. Beautiful balconies. There's so much outside space here, it's incredible. Are you ready? Are you ready to be blown away? Let's do it. Now this is where the exciting part starts. Look at the finish in here. You noticed I'm not talking much. Look at these beautiful terracotta tiles. These are the original tiles as well. As we go through the house, you're going to see vaulted ceilings, you're going to see stone. It's just this part we're studying now was a newer part. But again, they've used this amazing render and then used some of the old wood beams that they found around and about. So the kitchen is staying with the property. There's lots of furniture that's staying with the property, including what we see in here and including this beautiful unit as well. It just fits in perfectly. Windows and doors, I know you want me to talk about that, don't you? So this is not actually the main entrance, but they use it as an entrance as well. The main entrance is behind me and the one that was up the steps before that I showed you. All the windows are hefty double glazed Daves. They have fly screens. All amazing quality. And they're just all like new. And look at this beautiful kitchen with granite worktops and a huge fridge that some of you will be used to having in your properties and that we don't see very much of in Italy. Now I was going to bring my measurer, but I don't want to spend too much time doing it, so I will put the planimetria, the floor plans, on here as well. But I get so many comments saying, well, when there's furniture in there, you don't need to do the measurements. So I'm not going to on this one. Okay, spent a lot of time in the kitchen now, haven't I? And from the kitchen, again, look at these beautiful. These are wood on the inside and aluminium on the outside. Absolute quality. You can see the thickness of these, and obviously fly screens, and then a beautiful little balcony off here, looking at those immense views. And you can see the aluminium on the outside, but it's still the wood colour. Stunning. And we have these at home as well, where you close things off and it just completely blocks out the sun, and it looks like a piece of furniture. Don't you think? Incredible. Okay, let's move on. I know you're getting excited, I can sense it. Now let's see some of the features of this property. And I love also the tiles that they've chosen throughout the property. Well, not tiles, these are bricks. This is just incredible. And look at some of these stone features and these amazing vaulted ceilings that were actually done, believe it or not, they were newly done by one of the local builders. And look at this incredible fireplace. Again, this was built new, but obviously made to look extremely old. Amazing. Does have central heating. It does run off, it's the same system as me actually. Bottle, a huge bottle if you want to run it from gas, but they have a pellet burning stove that more than heats this place up. I'll show you that as we go around. Look at this beautiful stone and vaulting mix. Looks amazing, doesn't it? I don't know why I've turned the lights on. Actually, I do quite like the effect of these up and down lighters, but believe me, you don't need. There is so much light in here. But I decided to turn them on just for effect. I should probably turn the lamps on as well. I say there's lots of furniture coming with this, not all of it, but I know these are staying as well. And the unit here, there's quite a lot of furniture coming with it. This place is going to be ready just to move into. And not only is it an amazing place, but you'll live a few minutes away from me as well. Does that make you happy? Incredible, absolutely incredible. You can feel the love that's been poured into this place. And again, don't you just love that as well? The little glimpse down the corridor, beautiful stone, beautiful vaultings. You don't get many places like this that come onto the market, you really don't. And again, out here, we've got beautiful brick surrounds, but it's the old-fashioned brick. So you've got stone on the inside, and then faced off with bricks on the outside. And again, a beautiful balcony, quite a long balcony, and you can sit out here with no problem. But having said that, why would you when you've got a huge terrace to the side? But it's still nice, isn't it, to come and tend to your plants and nosy over the valley. Okay, let's carry on through here. And this room is more of a formal dining room. And again, if I remember rightly, this is staying. Incredible. And we've got these amazing vaulted ceilings again. And all of this beautiful revealed stone and quality windows. It is simple quality and being furnished so well. Everything fits so well. Just look at that, looking down the corridor. I hope it's coming across on the video. Looking down this corridor and seeing the amazing vaultings and stone, and just looked amazing. And then this is the pellet burning stove that I was telling you about before, that heats the house, or you can use gas, but these are fantastic. And then they have this beautiful, beautiful, stunning door, which again is a new door, but just look at the quality and the finish on that. A solid wood door, modern, mixing with the very old beams that they found in the property. Incredible. And this, if you like, is the main entrance. Oh, I like that as well. Oh, we like a knocker. And also, even the little extra bits at the bottom, just to make it look even more authentic. So this is sort of the main entrance, but they use the other entrance more. And this is really handy as well, because you've got a nice flat space directly outside, and you can keep wood, you can keep your pellets, and all of this belongs as well, and it goes well beyond here. But this would be nice to have some sort of rockery and that kind of thing. And obviously then this leads back down to where we were before. Okay, let's go back in. Beautiful radiators as well. Again, the modern radiators, but they've gone for the old-fashioned look. It just looks incredible. And these beautiful floors again throughout. Nice storage. Again, it's all quality. Nice for your coats, things like that. Amazing. Is it blowing you away yet? It should be. And one more thing to see on this floor is the small WC. Even the internal doors are beautiful, wood frames, beautiful doors, and we have a WC, a little bit of extra storage, and a nice sink and mirror. Okay, so I'm going to carry on going up the stairs because this, what I'm showing you now, is the house, if you like. The lower parts would be for guests. Maybe you want paying guests. Maybe you just want those family members that won't go after a couple of days, but you can lock them down. Sorry, you can give them a key to let themselves in. I love this staircase as well. Again, because this house was two separate houses, they've had to add things like the staircase in because it was, if you would have seen it before, it was unbelievable. Beautiful wrought iron, really solid quality. Little tiny breather window, which is great. It's got a fly screen on it. Superb. Even over this tiny window, look at the thickness of the wall. But even over that, we've got some of the old wood. And then look at the ceilings in here. You're going to see it better when we get upstairs. This is not just any old wood. Amazing. Let's carry on up these wooden stairs, very comfortable stairs. Again, beautiful wrought iron. Again, the stone finish with quality wood surrounds. Now what they did, because they've got space upstairs, they spoilt themselves and said, no, this is our level. This is a suite, if you like. So here is the main bedroom. Just look how incredible this is. And look at these ceilings and beams. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And this furniture is staying. And also the bed. And considering they're a British couple, they've gone all Italian and put a couple of chairs at the end of the bed, but not looking towards the bed. So that makes me feel a little bit easier. Sometimes you see beds and then you got two chairs at the end of it looking at the bed. I'm not sure what that's all about, but we're not going to go into that today. Anyway, moving on. Just look how amazing this is. Again, stone. Look at the stone. A huge window. I don't know if the camera's picking up because there's bright lights facing over, but you've got Palambaro straight in front. Obviously, winter time. This tree. I'm not sure if this tree's part of the land. I will check. It may be nice to clip that. And then it goes right down to the coast at the bottom. I can see the sea today. It may not come up on this camera. And again, you've got this beautiful shutter just to shut the heat of the day away. Lots of plug sockets everywhere. Everything is old, but everything is modern. Don't know how that is, but there you go. So fantastic bedroom. So much space here. Loads of space. And what I love as well is these, look at these doors. They're not just normal doors. They're on a slider, and look at the finish. And then above, you can open up these and you've got loads of storage in there as well. Amazing. You've also got your own private terrace. This is jacuzzi terrace, I reckon. I'll show you that in a second. At the back, you've got a sneaky reminder of the stone. And then this amazing rendering where there's possibly, not necessarily no stone, but maybe the stone wasn't as good. Because this has been a brand new roof, I'm guessing here will be the main cement ring beam, because it's the same at this side as well. But it just looks amazing because of this render that they've used. It all just blends in so well. I'll show you the terrace in a second, but just to let you know as well that there are provisions in this corner to have an ensuite. So if you wanted to, then you could do that. Depends how many bedrooms you need, because this is the only thing where you could potentially do something different. They've spoilt themselves and had it all as a suite, so this is theirs as well, where we're going to go now. But if you wanted to put that as a double bedroom and keep this as a double bedroom, but have a bathroom in, you could do that. Maybe you'd have to move the bed possibly onto this wall. There's options for that if you needed that. But remember, downstairs on the ground floor, there's another couple of bedrooms down there as well, or what could be a couple of bedrooms. I'll show you that as we go along. So let's head into what they use as their dressing room. And again, these beautiful quality doors that they have. Everything's got closers on it. Everything just opens and closes really well. You know, when you get those doors you just want to kick and all that sort of thing. Well, it's not like that here. Everything just opens and closes as it should do. Amazing. And even these floors, these are, I probably should have said about the floors. We've got wood parquet flooring, and that is throughout, carries on from the staircase and into the main bedroom as well. Okay. And again, some of the furniture in here is staying. This is staying, I believe, and what's behind me is staying. And again, you've got these beautiful double doors leading out onto another balcony. And let's just quickly show you the views once again out here. You'll be tired of seeing these views, but look at all the finish. Look how you've got all the fly screens at the bottom, the sliders. Beautiful tiling out here. And again, those incredible views. Somebody's stacking their wood up over onto my left. They're ruining my silence. Amazing. Hopefully the sea view is coming out. You can see Palombarro here. And Carsoli is just behind. Okay, so what have they done in here? Again, amazing ceilings. These really are stunning. And look, the use of the twine that I mentioned before, so it doesn't spoil the look by having plastic trunking to hold the wires in. And again, glimpses of the stone and the wood surrounds. Amazing. What a great space. But this is having a luxury space, isn't it? To have a wardrobe like this. Nice wardrobes in there that fit absolutely perfect. And they're staying as well, if I remember rightly. And even the mirror that they've used, this must have been from the original property. Probably an old piece that was in the original and using it as a mirror. What a great idea. Beautiful wood surrounds here as well, and this leads into a luxury bathroom. Before I go in there, what I was saying before was if you really wanted to, Then this could become a double bedroom. Put the double bed up against there. And then you could add an ensuite to this bedroom if you wanted to. It's a little bit of a shame if you don't need all this space, which you'll know once we get downstairs whether you will or not. Then I like this kind of living. You know, where you just keep everybody else out of your way. And then we have a bathroom. Now, I'm not going to show myself in the mirror because I'm not dressed appropriately. I am dressed though. Beautiful, beautiful unit. And loving these tiles as well, huge tiles. You notice how I've done that so you can't see me in the mirror. And look at the size of the shower. Now I shouldn't really go in this shower because, well, the owners are still living here at the moment. So I don't think they'd appreciate me in their shower. But I'll do a rough idea of the size. I mean, look at this as well. These beautiful ceilings even in here. So this is, well, I didn't notice these before, like these lights. They must clean this glass every minute of every day. It's so spotless. So this is I'm not going to get in, as I say. I'm so tempted to. So it's a 1, 2, 3. It's a 4 Dave and 2 Sylvanas at the same time, I reckon. Or you could get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could probably get 10 Sylvanas in that. For those of you who are watching the video for the first time, just go along with me. People will tell you in the comments what we mean about Daves and Sylvanas. Great bathroom. Really is. And remember, you've got that WC, the toilet on the floor below for people that are just coming just for something to eat, so they don't have to come in, not something to eat, but to visit, so they don't have to come up here. But you've got all the luxury that you could want. A huge shower, so one of you could be in the shower and one of you could be in the bath. Or you could flip between the two. Beautiful sinks as well. And again, a little window just to give you that bit of air. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Look at the quality, the thickness of these. No expense spared. And to be fair to the couple, the price is amazing for this place. Absolutely amazing. You can see the work they've done here. And I know the work they've done here. If you would have seen it before, you would be shocked. Okay, so that's the main house. So as I said, you could have 2 bedrooms up here if you wanted, 2 en suites. But we're going to head downstairs and then you can write in the comments whether you would keep it like this and just spoil yourself, or whether you would indeed change it to 2 bedrooms up here. And I was just about to say we'll go downstairs, but I'm completely forgetting that there's also a terrace here. Can't forget that. Let's have a look at that. Huge bed in here as well. So hopefully you're getting an idea of the size. But as I say, for people that are interested, I will give the floor plans as well. Again, superb doors, shutters. They're all double glazed Daves, obviously. Fly screen, and I've left a couple of windows open, so there's a couple of flies come in. Sorry about that to the owners if you're watching this video, which no doubt you will be. Oh, there is a sneaky jacuzzi here. Now this I like. Can't beat a sneaky jacuzzi. Look at this terrace. Close that behind me. And look at some of the details again on this, on the roof. And it's all new, all brand new roof, new electrics, new plumbing. I'm saying brand new, they had it done a few years ago. I can't remember when they actually, I'll have to find that out. There's a genuine reason for them moving on, and they've loved this place and still do. In fact, before I started the video, we were on the terrace talking about that, and they, like me and like everybody else that lives in this area, just the views are just incredible, and they're so going to miss all of this. But there you go, we all move on, onwards and upwards, as they say. So here you also get the view of the mountain behind this tree, but this is all part of your property, because you get the land that's above here. Again, it's all rocks and things like that, but it's interesting to have this type of thing. So you could thin this out. Notice I didn't say cut it down, or you could also cut it down if you wanted to. Anyway, but we're actually in National Park here as well, so you have to be careful when you do cut things down. You have to get certain permissions. It's easy to do, but you do need to, you can't just go around with a big chainsaw and cut everything down, because all of this on the right hand side of the road is all National Park. What a location, what an amazing location. Beautiful brick pillars. I love the way they've used the smaller brick. I really love the profile of these bricks. And then obviously we're looking down. As you know, I'm scared of heights, and for some reason, I suffer from vertigo. For some reason I'm absolutely fine up here. Can't explain that one. But that's the terrace that comes off of the kitchen. Just imagine sat out here, maybe early morning when you've just woken up and you've sent the other half downstairs to bring you up a coffee, or you just lounge on here and look towards the sea and listen to him stacking his wood next door. But that's the great thing about this place. You feel like you're on your own, but you're surrounded by people. The community here is fantastic. Another British couple that live here, really nice couple. And then you've got houses behind us. I said there's a home restaurant that's just 100 metres, 200 metres up the road. And then you've got houses along here as well. A bus does pass in the morning. It takes children to school and does all the rounds and goes towards Carswell and Lanciano and then comes back again around about lunchtime. But obviously you need cars in this, or a car in this area. Amazing. And just imagine it, hey? Just having a little sneaky little you know what. I do apologise. Anyway, moving on. Love all these little finishes, and I love again this rustic plasterwork. Okay, I am absolutely boiling. Oh, we've got electricity out here as well. So coming back into the house, so you've seen the house now. Have you got that all in your mind? So downstairs, big kitchen diner, beautiful living room with that fireplace. Then you've got the formal dining room. Come up the stairs, potentially 2 beds, but as it stands at the moment, 1 big suite. Shall we head downstairs and I'll show you the rest. Stick with me, folks. It just keeps on giving. Okay, so we're back downstairs. I'm sure you remember this, which, believe me, is very welcome on a hot day. Again, I love these thinner bricks. These are actually modern bricks, but they make them look old, and it's fantastic. They've done something similar at my house, where, because these bricks can be quite sharp, harsh colours, if you like, sometimes, and what they do is that what they use on the inside, this mix that they use on the inside, they then rub all over the stone just to make it look old. That's fantastic. So what they've done down here, I think they've been really clever down here, the way this has been designed. You'll see why in a second. I want to show you the outside first, because this can be used as just one big 1-bedroom apartment, or a 1-bedroom apartment and a bed sit almost. Not a bed sit, sounds horrible. Anyway, you'll see why in a sec. So the reason why I think it's been designed well, as well as everything else in the house, obviously incredible finish, is it has been designed exactly to do what I've said. So if you get a couple of people that's coming in and people want their privacy, then one of these doors at the end is actually has its own key on the outside and can be used as its own independent entrance. And you'll see why that's important, why I think that's really clever when we get inside. I love these little olive trees. And these, anybody guess? Anybody write in the comments to tell me what you think that is? And I'll let you know if you're right. You see these quite often. Tell me if you if you think you know what that was used for. Just look at, again, these finishes, the brick surrounds, there's some of the original stone surround. It's just, it is stunning, isn't it? It's absolutely stunning. And I love this outside space as well. Yes, I know this is where you bring the cars, but I love this. I just think it just looks so good. And if you really wanted to, and you didn't want to bring the car in there, you could maybe, again, you'd have to speak to a geometer, but you could maybe take part of this out, possibly, and use this for cars. Doesn't bother me, to be honest with you. I think it just all looks amazing. It looks amazing. Anyway, let's get inside. Let's get inside. I also love these surrounds. These are actually, I've had these done at my house, where this is not stone or anything. Usually they just, the ones in my house, they're actually polystyrene, believe it or not. This is not. I'm not quite sure how he's done this. Some of the original stone may be underneath. But they do it with a polystyrene, and then they put a finish on top like this, just to make it look old, to make it look framed off. It sounds shocking what I've said, but it really does work. But whenever you've got the original stuff hanging around, why not use it? Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. This stone, the Maiella stone, takes some beating. I know throughout Italy they have some amazing stone properties, but I think the Maiella stone, the stone that comes from these mountains, is incredible. This beautiful white stone, and when it has marks on it like this is because it's been hand chipped to give it decoration. Incredible. Okay, let me show you the next part. I think the camera's flickering. Let me turn these lights off. That's not a good start to it, is it? The camera's flickering, I think, because of the LED. Let me turn there. That's better. Shall we start that entrance again? Here we go. What did I say? Let's do it. Again, beautiful doors, just to say. Fly screens, everything else. And this has its own entrance with a key there as well. And I'll tell you why that's important once we get in. Beautiful tiles. So this could be a completely independent apartment. I say, you've got those guests that you really like, but only for an hour, then give them this. They've got their own kitchen. They've got their own everything. Beautiful quality kitchen again. No expense spared with the finishing. They're not marble tops, but these are beautiful tops. And lots of space at this side as well. These tiles are fantastic. Again, all the window, everything is as upstairs. It's the same quality. Obviously, the kitchen upstairs being the main kitchen, they've gone for better quality finishings, but this is still fantastic. And what they've done here is we have some storage behind this door, which is always very handy. And we've got an amazing bathroom. I love the doors. Look at everything is all, I keep saying quality, but I can't tell you how fantastic this place is. Well, I can tell you, but I love these blue lights in the shower. This makes it quite, I want to have some nice sensual music. What's the guy called? A bit of Barry White playing. Beautiful sink unit. The usual standard WC and bidet. Great tiles. Simple finish on the ceiling, but you've got all those features upstairs. And again, a fantastic shower. With your Barry White blue lights. I don't know if it's showing up as blue on there, but it probably isn't. You're probably thinking, what's he talking about? No, I think it is showing. This is a great size shower as well. This is a 1, 2, 3. This is a 4-Dave shower, and you can maybe squeeze Sylvana in as well. If not, you could get a good 6 or 7 Sylvanas in there if needs be. People send me emails to say that they now start to measure their showers and things like that in Dave's and Sylvana's. I've started the craze. We're going to change. We're going from centimetres, from inches to centimetres. Now we're going to Dave's and Sylvana's. It's the future. I probably should carry on with the house tour, shouldn't I? Okay. Again, all new electrics. Everything perfect. And look, again, looking through here. Just that sense of space. Great little finishes, just these little extras with the bricks and using some of the wood. And beautiful double doors. And again, we've got the stone finish. Now the owners have apologised because this room is being used to store their boxes as they prepare to move on. So unfortunately you can't see this at its best, but we're still going to go in anyway. And look at these beautiful, once again, the vaulted ceilings. So to have the, and these are the new vaulted ceilings as well, done by the builder here. Fantastic. So you've still got the great features and the stone finish here, and all the windows double glazed again, wood on the inside, aluminium on the out. These are all done by a local company here in Palombaro. I'm going to give them a bit of a plug because they deserve it. They're called Finamore. I don't know if you see that. Got to give them a plug. A big plug to Marco, a big shout out. And to his dad, Luciano. Family business, great people, great quality. That's the good thing about living these places, is to support the local businesses as well. Okay, so this all goes out obviously onto the front of the house, but this could have two uses. I know you're going to say, here we go. But listen to me, hear me out. Depending how many bedrooms you need. So let's just say that you've just got a couple of people, a couple of friends coming out, then you can give them the whole thing. So you can give them the kitchen, the bathroom, and this is a lounge or a dining room, whatever you want, a lounge diner, and then the room that you haven't seen yet, a bedroom, and there's also a bathroom in there. I'll show you that in a second. But I hear you say, but what, Dave? So you've seen this room enough, yeah? Obviously there's boxes in it, but this is a great size room. Absolutely brilliant size room. Let's say you get another couple that come. So you know the aunt that you don't really like that much, but you want to try and keep in touch because you feel like you should. Or the mother-in-law. I've got to be careful what I say because she'll be watching this. Then what you can do is say, okay, one couple has this side, and turn this into a bedroom. So maybe you have a big sofa bed in here, a comfortable one, that you can then use as a bedroom. They get the kitchen and they get the bathroom. One unit. Then these here, we close off these doors, these double doors, and these people, whoever you decide to put in here, has a bed. They have their own key and their own way of getting in through here, if you remember, from the outside. And also they have a bathroom. You could give them tea and coffee facilities. What else do people want? But don't you think that's a great idea? So if it's just one family that's coming, then you give them the whole thing. Potentially you could have this as a 2-bed apartment here, or it could be a lounge in there. Or close those doors, lock those doors off. They come in and out. The people staying here come in and out of there, and the other people in and out of the other side. Perfect. Sorry if you hear the fan in the bathroom. I've left that on because it comes on automatically with the light. But again, look at this beautiful wood finish, and again, the stone and the vaulted ceilings just look incredible. They really do look incredible. Great size bedroom. And then another beautiful, beautiful ensuite. Quality again. This doesn't have a bidet, but I know a lot of people don't use them. You've got to have a bidet in the house when Italians come to visit. If not, they just think it's terrible. And again, they've got those lights in the shower. I think they look fun. They really do give a nice effect. They're not blue down here, they're white. Absolute quality. And that's a good 4-day shower, maybe more. Or a 6, maybe not quite 6. Maybe, yeah, I reckon get 4 of me in there, so that means you easily get 6 Sylvanas in there. And all the floors are the same throughout. Amazing. I'm going to turn these off just in case the fan's annoying everybody. It will go off shortly. What do you think, folks? Are you blown away? I am. I am blown away. As I say, I know what these people went through to get this looking the way it does. But what a beautiful home. What an incredible home. And that's exactly what it feels like. It feels so homely. And has been loved so much by the couple. As I said, things change in life and people move on for their own reasons. But this is just quality. Incredible features. Incredible location. Obviously, you all know what I think about Palombaro. Beautiful. Shall we do final thoughts? I'm not going to run through the whole house again. I'm just going to quickly go through the top part. But it does deserve a 2-minute final thought. Let's do it. So my final thoughts on this one, you know what I'm going to say. But it is true. It is simply stunning. And all the properties we put on this channel, for all the budgets we have, I know I use that term a lot, stunning, but all of the properties deserve it. Because whether you have a budget to purchase something like this, or whether you have a budget to purchase a smaller place, either in the countryside or in the town, it doesn't matter, because it's your home in Italy. It's your home. And it's been in this incredible place that makes everything seem perfect. And I really mean that. And this place, if you're looking for the rustic Italian charm, I don't think it gets better than this. And considering that it's new as well, in the sense of it's the original bones, but everything, all the electrics, all the plumb, everything is new. And the finish is just incredible. Even down to the fireplace that looks like it's been stood there for 100 years. But it hasn't. It's some of the stone found on the land and used to create this incredible place. And even the floors. These are old bricks, but they've been put in. They're not the originals. They've been put into the place. And it just shows how much care that the builders, to be fair to them, and the owners have given to restore this property and give it back possibly what it once had when it was first built. I don't know. I don't think so, though. But they've taken the bones, the old bones, and they've given it new life. What am I talking about? But it makes you feel like that. I feel like one of these... I'm sorry, I'm not going to keep going on. It is just an amazing place. It's simple as that. It's a stunning place. Amazing value for money, in my opinion. Amazing value for money. Just love the place. It needs somebody to come and love it as much as the original, or the owners, current owners, now give it. So folks, all I've got to say is thank you so much for your support. As usual, really appreciate it. If you think this is the place for you, then contact us. at info@ahomeinitaly.com. Be the first on the list to snatch this place up and start living in this incredible place. Remember to join us every week on our live streams. During August we are having a break, as I've mentioned, but please do send the email if you're interested in this place, because I will pick it up and get back to the lucky people on the list. Throughout August we've got a couple of different types of videos going on because we're away, but I'm sure you'll find them interesting as well. And stick with us until September, or not just until, from September onwards, when we start putting more properties, town properties, to suit all budgets, and some detached properties as well coming up soon. Let's finish out on the terrace, because it seems the right thing to do. Shall I get in the jacuzzi? I should have started it from there, shouldn't I? Anyway, folks, whatever you're doing, stop. Jump on your computer. Send an email. And do not miss this one.